You wanted to tune your car? Race car that are faster than you? Get dusted. Twice. Actually passing them cut of your superior tune. Totally winning the race? Then fear not. This video is for you. Introduction to tuning in this game. We have tunnel, suspension, plates, and other plates. Stands. Emergency committing power as hard as you press the pedal unit. Offsets. Gear armor. And brakes. The steering ratio is a ratio of how much the steering wheel turns to how much the car's wheels turn. A higher ratio means less responsive steering, more stability. Good for highway or a track that doesn't turn much. A lower ratio gives quicker, more responsive steering. Ideal for tall gale twisty tracks. Steering aggressiveness. The default is at 100%, which is good, but you will experience the understeer within corners from too much steering angle even you keep releasing the air or DQ the car still turning aggressively, so we will fix that. At 80%. As you can see, the front tire didn't fight as much as it was before, and you are achieving more cornering grip through turns, giving you a much smoother driving experiences than good old 100%. Now smoother than 80%. It's drivable, but changing based on different cars and preferences. How to know what tune to use for each map. Find the sharpest turn in that map and do a measure. At Holy Shrine Trail is the sharpest turn, especially the third hairpins downhill route. We testing by driving regular stock steering setup through that turn. Now we can see it need less turning radius. We are now trying with 22. It works both uphill and downhill, so it's cool. In a Chicora the tightest is at Kiko 1-lane section. If you can go through here without scrapping your car, you will be fine all the map. Let's start with stock steering Mayfair car. Let's try 22 now.
With bills, you need to get a job. I come home every day crying. We're gonna lose the house. Where are the cats gonna go? Jordan, for real.
We don't talk about this Stiffness is how much stiff you spring. High spring stiffness reduces body roll, improves responsiveness, and maintains stability during high-speed cornering. However, it can make the car feel harsh and reduce grip on uneven surfaces. Low spring stiffness enhances traction on bumpy tracks by allowing the suspension to absorb irregularities, but can lead to excessive body roll and slower response in corners. Balancing spring stiffness is key to optimizing performance for track conditions, car weight, and driving style. Spring stiffness adjustments can influence understeer and oversteer characteristics in a racing car. Here's how it works. Understeer setup. Front end pushes wide in corners. Front springs increase stiffness to reduce front grip, exacerbating understeer. Rear springs decrease stiffness to increase rear grip, helping reduce understeer. Oversteer setup. Rear end slides out in corners. Front springs decrease stiffness to increase front grip, helping reduce oversteer. Rear springs increase stiffness to reduce rear grip, exacerbating oversteer. The damper aid controls how quickly the suspension compresses and rebounds, affecting how a car responds to bumps, weight transfer, and cornering forces. Dampers control how a car reacts to bumps, weight transfer, and cornering forces. Softer dampers improve grip on bumpy or low grip surfaces by allowing the suspension to absorb irregularities, but they can make the car feel less responsive and increase body roll. Stiffer dampers, on the other hand, enhance responsiveness and reduce body roll, making them ideal for smooth tracks with high-speed corners. However, they can reduce grip on uneven surfaces and make the ride harsher. The key is to balance the damper settings with the spring rates to suit the track conditions and driving style. How to tune gears. Find the top speed in Tsukuba circuit. Change the final drive to match. Find the top speed in Otsukis. Change the final drive to match. Find the top speed in Tokyo Bay. Change the final drive to match. In drag racing, a setup with more gears and shorter ratios allows a car to stay in its peak power range. This setup works well for high revving engines with narrow power turbines. Fewer gears with longer ratios reduce the number of shifts, ideal for high torque engines with broader power turbines. The relationship between the number of gears and the final drive ratio depends on the desired balance between acceleration, top speed, and usability on specific tracks. More gears, higher final drive will give you prioritized acceleration and flexibility, ideal for short twisty tracks with frequent braking and accelerating. Cars that need precise control in various speed ranges. Fewer gears, lower final drive will give you maximized top speed and simplify gear management. A lower final drive ratio reduces torque multiplication, mean longer gear ratios, reducing the need for frequent shifts. Deal for high-speed circuits with long straights and fewer tight corners. Cars that have high power. Brake bias refers to the distribution of braking force between the front and rear wheels of a vehicle. The more percentages, the more braking force is to the front. In other hand, the less it is, the more in the rear. Normal cars usually has like 6 to 40, where 60% of the braking force is applied to the front wheels and 40% to the rear. For picture, this is 100%. You can see all the power is sent to the front, locking up both of them. Now I change to 0%. You can see all the power is sent to the rear instead. Thanks for tuning in. With all this knowledge, you're on the fast track to mastering your setup and dominating the road. See you out there. Drive smart, drive fast.